When a person doesn't forgive, they cannot receive healing and deliverance. And the Bible says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sins and heal their land. It also says in the Bible, if we don't forgive, our Father will not forgive us. So if you do not forgive someone, then you cannot be forgiven of God. You cannot receive healing. You cannot receive deliverance, meaning you're going to be stuck in your bondage. So I have asked God to alleviate me of the burdens and transfer it to those of you who have been constantly praying for my stubborn pursuers, because see, I've been in a bondage now for about over 20 years. I've been in a bondage for a long time. When, a person every day continuously casts their burdens upon me. You might not see everything on this camera because this camera makes everything look pretty. I talked about that before, but I'm going to be posting some screenshots of some stuff. But a woman has been sitting inside, climbing inside my soul, using witchcraft and sorcery to form soul ties with me, casting her burdens upon me. Casting her burdens upon me. I am tired of carrying someone else's burdens. I cannot live my life. I cannot live my life. God had me write books that did not, I could not go forward with the books because he told me she took over my ministry. Meaning she was using all of that. She taken my destiny to start a business, to write books. My books sit there, have not sold one copy. I cannot live out my destiny. I wrote a fitness book and I take fitness seriously. I've always liked to stay in shape. I always like to stay healthy. I was born with an athletic body. You might think this is something that's frivolous, but think about an NBA player. If an NBA player, his gifts and his talents were his athleticism, and he has to stay in shape, if someone came and sabotaged that, they would be destroying his career and his destiny. Just like for me, God had a passion and a destiny for me that he set out that blueprint for me to do. He gave me an athletic build, an athletic body. I was always great and with sports. I was always fit and in shape. I had a fit body since I was a little girl. And all of a sudden I started gaining all this weight. We didn't know what was going on until it took years for God to finally show me. And when I lost weight again, after gaining weight and having kids and being out of shape, when I lost that 100 pounds in 6 months, and I saw how athletic I was, I wrote a fitness book to motivate other women to lose weight. And ever since then, I've been gaining all this weight. Now I'm going to show you some pictures because I am tired of the fact that I have to carry another person's burdens because they're mentally ill. They have burdens upon them that they cannot get delivered from. They have demonic spirits inside of them that are keeping them oppressed. They sit here, they suffer from depression. They sit in the house and they might eat a lot and then don't work out for a period of time and gain all this weight. Then they transfer the fat to me. I worked out. God has gotten me back because I stopped working out for just a short period of time because I got tired and frustrated the fact I couldn't lose weight. If you look at my body, I have a mesomorph athletic shaped body where I've always gained muscle very quickly. I have more muscle than fat. That was my original body shape and that was my original DNA. And I had that for a long time, even in my 30s. You can look at some of these pictures I'm going to be posting up. When I lost the weight the second time, God had me lose the weight. It didn't take long. Within a few months, I started losing the weight after working out. Here I've been working out for over a year. I've been working out and still cannot gain any changes in progress. My body is stuck at an endomorph pace, which means I don't have any muscle. Now, I'm going to show you a picture. God has had me running and exercising, and every time I consistently work out, I'll see small progress. I'll see progress where my body is getting toned. I'll see my legs toning up. I'll see myself losing inches, and my legs are getting harder. It's meaning more muscles forming instead of being soft. Within a couple days, if you look at this picture, within just a few days, I'll go right back after seeing all that progress, after all that hard work is erased because someone is putting their fat on me and taking my muscles out of me every day. So if you can look at these pictures, I have not been able to walk around with the body I'm supposed to have. I've been losing progress. Everything I worked hard for has been taken from me. As you can see right here in these pictures, all my hard work is erased so somebody else can put their burdens upon me and reap the benefits of it. The same goes with me learning. I've been in school. My mother invested in me to go to private schools. I got a great education. I was a smart girl. I built up my vocabulary. I read tons of books. I cannot even read books anymore. I can't even finish one book. I can't focus or concentrate. All the knowledge that I've learned over the years is gone. It's like I can't remember anything. I can't even remember. Half my vocabulary is gone. I don't even speak right. They've taken my communication skills. They have taken my knowledge so that they can use it for themselves, for their own benefit. And this is the thing. They have been casting their burdens upon me. So I've been asking God, because see, not only have they messed with me, they've taken things from my son's looks and features. This is how he used to look. And as you can see now, this is how my son looks. They have taken everything from my son. They've cast their burdens upon my daughter as well. This person that I've been dealing with has been putting her burdens upon me and my children for many years. And we have asked God, because we have not been allowed to live our lives. I've been in bondage. Imagine yourself in a bondage where someone is transferring their burdens upon you every single day. You'd want justice too. I've asked God for justice, but there have been people who have been advocating for my stubborn pursuers. When I'm the victim, I'm the perpetrator who has lost my entire life. I've not been able to get married because the Lord showed me how this woman had been putting all her fat upon me, more from my features. You can look at my bone structure. It changes from day to day. My nose and everything has changed. I'm posting pictures of all this stuff. I can wake up. I've always had good skin. I never had melasma, didn't have dark patches because first of all, I didn't have a lot of melanin in my skin. Yes, I'm black, but I was always very light. I was more on the fair skin side. And this person, my skin has gotten several shades darker, so this person can lighten themselves up by taking my skin color. They've gone from being dark skinned to like light brown or even lighter than me in some cases. I have to wake up every day with, I buy products, okay? I go out and buy all types of natural products, all types of things. I'm spending money that I don't really have because I'm not able to work. These people work. I spend money that I don't have, which is unfair to me. I take the little bit of money I have and I whip up my own skincare products. I go out and buy things and I take care of my skin. My skin can look clear like in this picture. You'll see my skin looking clear. Then a few days later, 2 days later, or even a day later sometimes, I'm back to looking like this with acne all over my face, melasma, all types of patches, darkness, eczema, and dark under eye circles. I don't have eczema. I've never had eczema in my life, but this person's been casting the burdens upon me. So it's like I have to walk around. You've taken my beauty. You've destroyed my body. You've taken my knowledge. You've taken on my whole entire destiny and ministry. And you've been able to live a comfortable life.
I have one leg that's bigger than the other, as you can see in this photo.
But your family and everybody else who knows you keeps advocating every time it's time for punishment and justice, because see, we want justice. We're the victims. If I've been suffering for over 20 years and I have not been able to live out my life, yes, I want God to do something about it. Because see, if a person does not go to God themselves to get help and they don't want to forgive and get help and deliverance and no one else is intervening, then who's supposed to save me? Am I supposed to just suffer for the rest of my life? No, I'm not. Because you wouldn't want it to happen either. But the thing is, we're the ones who's suffering. I sit here with no money. I sit here, like I said, I wrote a fitness book. I've taken my health seriously. I don't like being overweight or out of shape. And I have not been able to live a fit lifestyle because this person has continued to cast their burdens on me. I get up every day and do the hard work. It is very difficult. God gets me through it, even though I might have ailments. My feet are messed up because someone was cutting into my feet. I hobble out of bed every morning. And I have to soak my feet or do whatever I can to get myself prepared to go outside and exercise every day. And I'll go out there and go for that run. And it's hard. And I ask God to help me. I ask God to fill me with the strength so I can get through these runs. And he has me do this every day, faithfully. And I might miss like 1 or 2 days a week, but majority of the time I'm out there running. And as difficult as it is, I put in the hard work. And then I get up. And it's like someone just comes in overnight and takes that progress away from me. You have taken years of progress from me. You have destroyed my life and walked around with things. And it's like, I want to be freed from bondage. God said he came to set the captives free. He says deliverance is the children's bread. I go to him to live a life that I want to have. And I put in the effort. I put in the effort to fast and pray and to go to God and to abstain from sinning. But you're casting your burdens upon me. Not only that, you're every night you're transferring your demon spirits into me, putting homosexual spirits in me, putting all kinds of things in me, destroying my progress. I am tired of living that. I've asked God to deliver me of it, but there are people who keep petitioning for this woman to have mercy. But you're not going through the burdens. You're not having someone take everything from you every day. You're not having someone destroy your body, destroy everything you work for, take your knowledge out of you, keep you from working, blocking your destiny where you cannot work a job, you cannot have the business, you cannot live the life that God meant for you to have, taking your children from you and destroying them, putting their burdens on your children. You're not going through all that suffering. Like I said, everything I've had by myself has been taken by this person. And I prayed for God to give me, vengeance on my adversary. But since, you all have gotten in the way and blocked that, I've asked God to transfer the burdens to you so that you can walk around with it now because we're tired of carrying it. We've been in bondage for over 20 years. And those of you who are intervening in the justice that I'm supposed to have and prolonging me and my children, our family's suffering, we're asking it now to be transferred to you and your family so you can know what it's like to carry that burden. Like I said, I don't even have my own bone structure anymore. Everything, this woman has morphed and taken everything she does not like about herself and everything she wants and coveted of me and taken it. The Bible says not to covet what belongs to your neighbor. But you're focusing on me instead of focusing on yourself, but you're taking from me every day. All you have to do is go to God and ask him to help you to forgive the people who hurt you. Like I said yesterday, we've all been hurt. There's no reason to hold a grudge towards anyone. If you want people to forgive you for the things you've done, you've hurt me, I've done nothing to you. But you want forgiveness. You're supposed to be forgiving others so you can get freedom. So I'm asking everyone else to carry the burdens now. I'm not going to be carrying these burdens anymore because me and my family want to be freed. I am tired of it. I've been dealing with it for over 20 years. I've sat here in literal with nothing. I've lost everything. Because this woman has taken everything from me, her and other people. We're tired of carrying the burdens of other people who will not go to God, who will not do what they need to do to get help. No one else will step in. There are people out here who knows the stuff is happening. No one will step in and intervene. So I'm not going to keep being abused every day. So I have asked God to transfer the burdens to you all. You all know how a better method to deal with it. You can show them love because everybody has an input. Like I said, there's always a person who can give an input, but you're not dealing with it. It's easy to say when you're not dealing with it. I've been carrying this person's burdens since I was a small girl and didn't even know I was doing it. I've been carrying this person's burdens for a long time. I could not live out my teenage years. I wanted to do things. I was dancing. I could not go forward. We didn't know why I had this burden on me. All of a sudden, it was swapped in the spiritual realm. My life and destiny was swapped for theirs. And if I'm the one who's going to God and my mother is serving God and we're not doing sorcery and witchcraft, we should not be bearing anyone else's curses and burdens. Those are curses and burdens that you bear because of the sins of your ancestors. And when you don't go to God for healing and deliverance, you're supposed to be stuck with that burden, not transferring on to other people. So I've asked God to avenge me because, see, I am tired of, yes, I help God's people, but there's never anyone to help when I need help. When my children were first taken out the house wrongfully, I begged for people to come forward and help me. No one did a thing. But you can see people petitioning for other people's kids when their kids are taken wrongfully. You can see people giving other people money. I sit here with no money, not because of no fault of my own, but because God had me doing this work. And as a result, the kingdom of darkness retaliated against me. I had a man retaliate against me and keep me from working and harass me on jobs where I cannot make money. I got on here twice and asked someone to donate to a Cash App or donate something to me. You think anyone donates to my GoFund or Cash App? And then they're not even $1. But yet $100,000 can be raised for a woman who berates some children on a school bus, because, oh, she had a difficult time dealing with the kids. It's like there's always someone to help, but I'm expected to carry everybody's burdens. I've walked around here for years, praying for people, helping people, fighting for people, losing my life, losing my children, so God's people can be free out of bondage. But like I said, there's never anyone to help me. I put up all these free videos, made books, videos, and wrote books to give people knowledge. I've contributed something, but it's like when I need something, there's never anyone around. So I am tired of carrying everybody's burdens. I've asked God to alleviate me of the burdens. I've asked God to take the ministry or whatever he needs to do and give it to someone else, because we have not gotten anything out of this but abuse and pain. I am tired every day that I have to sit up here. I got to work hard. This is my passion. I love running. I love exercise. I love being in great shape. But I've sat here and literally carried someone else's burdens. It was my passion to write books, and I could not even have any of my desires fulfilled because of other people have dragged us down and held on to us instead of going to God. They have used us and targeted us and stolen everything from us. And I thought it was unfair. It is unfair. I told God how unfair that is, because I've been in a bondage for over 20 years. My entire life was lost. I did not get anything. My children are gone. I've lost every single thing. And we would just want justice. If it had happened to you, put yourself in my shoes. If that had happened to you, you want justice too. Like I said, it's easy for someone to pray for, somebody to continue to keep having mercy, but they're not dealing with it. The person is not destroying your life. If it had been you and your children who this had been done to, you'd want mercy. So I'm asking God to let you walk in my footsteps, to allow you to now carry those burdens so that you can see how much mercy you're going to have. Because, like I said, you did not lose 30 years of your life. We've been sitting here living in this bondage. Even when I was a little small girl, my mother didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what was going on, but we know now. And the person, I pray for them. I've tried my best to continue to pray for the person. I've been assaulted by the person. I have been mistreated. And it's like, I can't continue to keep staying in a bondage and staying stuck until another person decides, when they want to go to God and get help. You're okay with how you're living, because if you weren't, you would go to God and get on your knees yourself and cry out to him. It's not for me to carry your burdens. You're supposed to go to God. I'm here to help pray for you and assist you, but no one's supposed to carry anybody's burdens. We're all supposed to go to Jesus Christ for what we need. It says he is the one who's to set us free. If you don't want to go to him, I don't know how you're going to get your freedom. But I'm not going to continue to be a victim. I'm not going to continue to be in your bondage anymore.